level. This is why. All right, guys, we're back with another video, and you guys have heard me talk about this a bunch, just how much walks impacts the result of the game. If you look at a game, hey, which team walked more guys? Usually the team with more walks is going to be the loser of the game. So I'm going to talk about this from the psychological perspective, how it changes the mindset, how it makes people more confident, whether it's offensively, and then on the pitching side, how does it impact your defense? How does it impact your mindset as a pitcher, and maybe some ways to kind of break out of it. Things you can do to make adjustments, the mindset you can have to when you are throwing too many balls, like how do you break out of that? How do you reset? All of that. Remember, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. That helps us obviously grow the channel, reach more people, and then the likes help us out in the algorithm. If you are subscribed, hit that notification bell so you know every time we have a new video coming out. All right, really appreciate your support. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's get back into the video. So first off, guys, the biggest difference, and I think the thing that a lot of people miss is for hitting is what's the difference between walks versus hits psychologically, right? Because I think a lot of people out there, especially in the amateur game, and even, I mean, the highest level of the game now with who's running teams, they think that there's really no difference between walks and hits. So let's say walks and singles, okay? There's no difference between these two things. Where in my perspective, these are totally different things. And I'm going to lay it out right now for you. So when you're a pitcher and you're walking a bunch of guys, so we'll go with walks first, okay? The mindset of the hitter is, and think about this as a team, as an entire team offensively, you just watched a guy not have to swing a bat to reach base. He didn't have to hit it hard. He didn't have to put it in play. He didn't have to do anything, right? Generally speaking, he might have fought off a pitch or whatever, but psychologically, and the result of that is he didn't even have to swing the bat to reach base. So now, psychologically, guys, that seems to a hitter and an entire offense a lot easier to do than get a base hit, right? The guy in front of you hits a single. Like think about it like this. There's a saying that hitting is contagious. Well, walks are like the most contagious, extremely contagious disease out there, okay? That's the difference. When someone walks a hitter, you're filled with hope right away. That leadoff hitter walks as an offense, you're like, oh, we're scoring this inning. We're scoring this inning. And the reason is that simple difference is that when a guy hits the ball, he has to earn it. He's got to hit it hard, probably. He's got to hit it through a hole. It's got to land somewhere where a defender can't catch it, right? So a hitter really has to earn it to get that hit. Whereas a walk, even though he has to earn that, you guys understand what I'm saying. He didn't have to put the ball in play to reach base. Walks, extremely contagious. Hits are just contagious. Now, the reason I say that is because, again, you see the guy in front of you get a base hit. You're excited about that. But you realize, I'm going to have to go up there and get a hit. Right? When you walk, your on base percentage is 1,000%. When you put the ball in play, your batting average on balls in play, depending on the hitter, is 30 points higher than your batting average, or 40 points, or maybe 50 or 60, depending on the hitter and type of guy he is. But when you put the ball in play, your batting average is never going to be 1,000. When you walk, your on base percentage is always 1,000. So when you see that guy walk to lead off the inning as an entire offense, you're like, you have hope. We're going to score. Like, we're down 3 in the ninth, but hey, leadoff guy walked. Hey, you automatically feel like, dude, we can tie this up. A base hit, there is still a glimmer of hope, and I hope you guys are understanding this, but you know that guy just got a base hit off a guy throwing 98. Like, that's going to be hard to repeat 3 or 4 times. But a guy walks, hey, we can all walk. We can all walk. So that's the difference. Pitchers, when you walk a guy, That's the impact on the psychology of an offense. You're giving them more hope. You're making them think like, man, I may not even have to swing the bat to get on base. And that's freedom. When you walk up to the batter's box thinking, dude, I may not even have to swing to get on base here. You are loose. You're free. You're going to be better at the plate. You're going to have a better chance of getting a hit in general. All right? So these are the impacts on an offense when you walk a lot of guys. That's the impact. You're giving the offense an instant hope that they can put up some runs in that inning when you walk the leadoff guy. Now, from a pitcher's perspective, and more in particular, defense, you're looking for what's happening is energized versus bored. Right? Are your defenders energized? Are they locked in? Are they on their toes every single pitch to make a great defensive play? My favorite guy to ever play defense behind was Brent Suter. I played with him for like 4 years in the minor leagues, AA, AAA. He's still in the big leagues today. And this guy not only pounded the zone with strikes, but it was like, hey, he'd throw the pitch, he's on the mound, got the sign, all right, he's throwing again. I mean, he's throwing, by the time that catcher caught the ball, it was less than 10 seconds for him to throw another pitch. And actually one time, a guy fouled a ball off. I took a few steps after it, turn around, walking back to my position. That's on me, walking back to my position. I should have known my teammate. I hear the ball hit the mitt while I'm still looking to the outfield. My back is to the play. I turn around real fast. Thank God thank God, I don't know if the guy swung or just painted a strike for a take, but thank God the guy didn't swing. And I told him after the game, after the inning, I said, hey dude, like, I know you pitch fast, but hey, just give a look out there to make sure we're all in the right position. That's not me. It won't happen again, but it may happen with someone else. So make sure you're looking. But that kind of pitcher, playing behind that guy, I'm always going to be locked in, right? Because I know he's working fast. He's pounding the strike zone. Guys are going to make contact, but I got to be locked in. The guy who is just never throwing strikes, as a defender, you're out there and ready, but you're just not as energized. You're not as locked in, right? You have to really force yourself. And at the pro level, and the highest levels of college baseball, the best guys, they can really force themselves. But the average guys, they're gonna have a little bit less. They're gonna have a worse first step in the outfield. They're gonna have a worse jump or dive in the infield to try to knock a ball down. You want to be the guy that works quickly, throws a lot of strikes. And the guys that don't do that, their defense is just going to not perform as well as the guys who are throwing strikes working fast. Right? If you want to be a pitcher whose defense loves playing behind you, work fast, throw strikes. Pound the strike zone. Your defense, you will always get the best possible defensive capability for your guys behind you. 100%. 100%. Now, what can you do as a pitcher when you're not throwing strikes? When you feel like, man, I got to make an adjustment. I just cannot locate. Well, let's say you're throwing a bunch of fastballs, and your fastball command's not there. Try throwing off speed. And this is a symbol for off speed. But if you're throwing one pitch and you're trying to establish your fastball and you just cannot get ahead 1-0, you can't even get 2-0, like that next hitter up, like let's try locating a breaking ball first pitch or a changeup first pitch first strike, just to change it up, see if you can find some consistency, some command. One thing I did love, Carl Kuhn, who is the old pitching coach of Virginia, he's now at Charleston Southern as the head coach. If his guys went 2-0 to a hitter, he made them catch the ball in front of the mound and then walk all the way around to the backside and then get back on the mound. And what that did was like, all right, I've gone 2 straight balls. Let me reset. Like, think about it as I'm walking slowly around the mound. And we, like, again, like as players, we kind of be like, take a lap, like it was kind of funny. But that was something I always thought was such a smart tactic for when a pitcher is not throwing strike. And again, this guy could be an elite command guy, but that was the rule at Virginia. You throw 2 straight balls to start a hitter, you're taking a lap around the mound to recenter, refocus, take a breath, reset. And what you found was like that percentage of strikes thrown on that third pitch was really high, right? So if you're a pitcher at home, try that. See if it works. You go 2-0 to a hitter, take the lap around the mound, reset, refocus, recenter. Now, the other thing is this. Let's say you're releasing arm side. Your arm side, you just can't make an adjustment arm side. You're missing up and away, or away, away, away. Like, you got to exaggerate your adjustment. Instead of trying to throw this like a little bit more to the outside corner, try to throw it to the inside corner, right? Go from, if you're missing way out, you have to adjust. Try to throw the inside part of the, or inside corner. Try to throw it to the glove side corner of the plate, right? You have to make adjustments, like both in hitting and in pitching. A lot of times, in-game adjustments have to be exaggerated. Like when I was a hitter, and what I teach with all the hitters that I work with is, let's say you're late as a hitter, and you're like telling yourself you're trying to be on time, but you're still late. You have to exaggerate that timing. You have to exaggerate that early timing, because you're so habitually used to just getting that foot down a little too late, or whatever you want to call it, that a little adjustment's not going to do it. You have to exaggerate the adjustment. So like that next pitch, I would always tell myself, like, be uncomfortably early. Like get ready so early that it feels ridiculous. Like, why am I getting ready so early? I'm going to be way out front. And a lot of times I would be perfectly on time instead of late. I was so used to being late that actually being on time felt ridiculous, right? So the same thing is true with pitching. If I'm missing consistently to arm side, I have to make a glove side location adjustment. I have to make an adjustment. I'm going to try to throw this to the glove side corner. And then maybe you miss to middle and you make a mistake pitch, but at least now you know, okay, if my intent is here, I'm missing here. So if you're trying to go inside corner, it's like I'm trying to throw it in the batter's box or on the chalk line. And if I'm trying to go outside corner, I gotta kind of, my intent's got to be like that middle away pitch, and I'll miss on the corner. So you have to establish kind of what your intent is and where the pitch ends up, but also in the adjustments, you got to exaggerate. I hope this helps, guys. Again, walks kill you, not only in high school, but especially in college baseball. They always come around to score, and I thought it would be important to talk to you guys just about how walks impact the psychology of both the offense and the defense. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments if you think this is ridiculous, if you think it's right. Like, subscribe in the video, guys. Appreciate you, and we'll be back tomorrow with another one.